Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. What's last time I helped out the king and won his favor, and was really got Eddie again. Now there is actually one more thing we can do for the king. It's actually regards to his dog, actually, but I could do that at a later date. I'm gonna play with Eddie for a little bit longer. However, we do have that favor from the king.
Things have been a lot better since you helped with those soldier boys. Thanks again. So, what can I do for you? Ask away. Sure can. I have a friend who has just what you're looking for. Has a shop over yonder by the East Gate, named Mick and Ralph's. Just tell Ralph that I sent you, and he'll get you squared away.
Yes, it's finally time to go inside the strip. Yes, we're gonna go inside the strip finally. Yeah.
We've got stuff we're not even allowed to sell, people. Only at Mick and Ralph's. Come to Mick and Ralph's for all your shopping
needs. About damn time. Now, when we go inside the strip, the choice is the choice of choices that must be made.
Man, Jacob's absinthe is phenomenal stuff. I don't think I've slept this well in ages. If you haven't tried it yet, he's been supplying the Wrangler with the stuff. So, what can I get you? One of his boys stopped in and said you had won the king's favor. You've done right by this town and deserve a pass. Here you go. See ya.
Hey, you're the one who's been going around helping people around here, right? The king says to keep up the good work. He said to give you this.
Yeah, the choice of choices, which is the 4 decisions. Yeah. NCR, Mr. House, Independent, or the Legion. No, the Legion is a choice I would never choose. Okay, I am not that sick. Yeah, only someone who's crazed psychopath in their head would choose Legion.
It can be bought. It can be found at Mick and Ralph's.
And also one more thing before I go forward. In regard to the coughing that I've been doing, apparently my seasonal allergies causes sometimes when it's high humidity. But that's not the only thing that was causing the coughing. Apparently it was due to the new medication I was taking, due to my high blood pressure. Apparently it was a side effect. Because even after the humidity dropped down to normal levels, the coughing never stopped. So I looked up the medication I was taking, and it turns out it was one of the side effects. So yeah, I already told my doctor about it, and luckily he got me a new medication that doesn't have that side effect. So I'm gonna go pick it up tomorrow. I'm still gonna be I'm still gonna be coughing a lot because it's gonna take a while for the side effect to wear out. But I just thought I'd let you guys know why I've been coughing a lot, and I have to apologize for that. I'm trying to stop myself from doing so, but it's kind of hard. Especially since it's a side effect of the medicine, a dry cough. And then, you know, you cough a lot and your throat dries out and you end up coughing more. I'm doing my best to not cough. So I just thought I'd let you guys know, it's just a side effect of the medication I was taking. That's all it was. And actually, that's my first time ever suffering a side effect. I've never suffered a side effect from a medication before. That's my first time. And it honestly, it feels a little embarrassing. Especially since I'm a YouTuber and I commentate. Yeah, it's really embarrassing.
Submit to a credit check or present your passport before proceeding to the gate. Trespassers will be shot. Admission to the strip requires an official passport or proof that you are carrying the required minimum balance. These policies prevent less reputable persons from entering and ensure a good time will be had by all who enter the strip. Thank you, madam. You may proceed.
I'd say keep moving.
Howdy, partner. You've come for a piece, haven't you? Welcome to New Vegas. Consider me your personal welcome wagon. Now hear this. The head honcho of New Vegas, Mr. House, is itching to make your acquaintance. Just head for Lucky 38. It's the big old tower shaped like a roulette spinner. Well now, it was Mr. House who made Securitrons like me. Seems the least I can do is pass on his message. No dog. He'll be waiting.
Those last 5 shots were a bad idea.
But you could wait, the regulars come first. Yeah, the twinsies.
Huh. So the Garretts sent you to track me down. What a joke. Now why the hell should I do that? You're below me, kid. I've been killing scum twice your size since before your mother squeezed you out. Well, that sounds like a bit of a bargain. I get to walk free with the Garretts thinking I'm dead. Sure, you can have my hat. I can always buy another with the caps I've got left. Would have been more fun fighting it out, though. See you later, kid.
Yeah, right. The Skitron would be up your booty hole within seconds.
Come on.
Move along.
Not literally, but you guys know what I mean. If he had started fighting, the Skirtrons would attack him automatically. It's that's what they're for.
Lasers, plasma, pistols, grenades. We've got it all.
Especially since I'm Mr. House's special guest. There's no way that Mr. House wouldn't protect me.
Evening.
Welcome back. What can I get you? Yes! Where's his hat? This is great news. No one screws with the Garrett twins and gets away with it. I need to find a place on the wall for this. And for your reward, here's 150 caps. I trust there were also some valuables on McCaffrey. Also, we would like to set you up with a room. You can have the corner room, rent-free. It was McCaffrey's. Now that he's dead, we're happy to let you use it. Thanks for helping us. Yep.
Oh, that's that's from Old World Blues, which I'm not actually gonna do that. So, my stealth is sus.
Come to the Silver Rush for all your energy weapon needs.
I'm not very good at sneaking in this game. So those little tests, I believe I explained this already, but those little tests, they get harder and harder as time goes on. The first time you do it, everything's fine. The robots are friendly. It's just that you can't be seen or the test fails and you have to try again. However, as time goes on, the robots become aggressive. There are traps placed around. I think there's even cyber dogs too that appear. Not that I've ever done the other tests, it's just that I've seen somebody else do them. But that was a long time ago, isn't it? It's some years ago, so I don't quite remember all of the tests.
Well, howdy, partner. Good to see you again. Boss is waiting for you upstairs, so get a move on. I see you brought a friend. Sorry, partner, but they're gonna have to stay outside. Come back soon now. Where to, partner? Penthouse floor.
Jane. Yeah, this is Jane. Apparently, this Securitron was programmed with. Apparently, there was this woman that Mr. House fancied, and her name was Jane. And apparently, the Securitron was fastened after her. He just didn't have the balls to walk up to her and tell her how he felt.
This meeting has been a long time coming, hasn't it? You've come a long ways, literally, and I suspect figuratively as well. I have to ask, now that you've reached your destination, what do you make of what you see? You aren't going to ramble on about the virtues of life out in the wastes, are you? It's a desert, you do realize. A radioactive desert where humans subsist in a barbaric state. Difficult to glorify convincingly. They are, however, aptly named. For that's what you'd be out there, wasted. Here on the Strip, your talents can be put to use. Oh, don't be coy. You've been playing a high-stakes game ever since Victor dug you out of the ground. Don't be afraid to admit it. The business is this. One of my employees has stolen an item of extraordinary value from me, and I want it recovered. Simple enough. My only concern is the recovery of the platinum chip. What happens to Benny, I leave to your discretion. When you bring the chip to me, I will pay you 4 times the delivery bonus stipulated in your contract. How's that? Very well. 5 times the bonus. Not 1 cap more. Well enough. Return to me when you have the platinum chip in your possession. Any final matters for us to discuss? What did you wish to know? I am Robert Edwin House, President, CEO, and sole proprietor of the New Vegas Strip. I oversaw the city's renovations starting from 2274 onward. The 3 families are my employees. Before the Great War of 2077, I was the founder, president, and CEO of Robco Industries, a vast computer and robotics corporation. Don't let the video screens and computer terminals fool you. I'm flesh and blood, not silicone. I see you've made a study of the topic. My knowledge of the science of longevity would fill several textbooks. Perhaps after a decade or 2 of economic reconstruction, I could commercialize these technologies and offer them to others, such as yourself. Let's just say it was very costly. But I was willing to make the sacrifices longevity entailed, financial and otherwise. We can discuss this in greater detail at another time. Suffice it to say that when my Securitrons detected NCR scouts at Hoover Dam, I took action. I recruited a tribal force to supplement my Securitrons and renovated the Strip just in time to welcome the NCR as it marched into the region. Instead of war, a treaty was negotiated, and the money started to pour in. What else did you want to know? It's a very special item. There's nothing else like it in the entire world. It was lost a long time and difficult to find. That's all you need to know about it for this stage of our enterprise. Fulfill your contract, deliver the chip, and good things will come your way. You might keep an eye out for any computers that Benny's been using. Maybe even a computer lab of some sort. You realize you were just one of many couriers. The rest of them, dummies, so to speak. Add to that many thousands of caps worth of mercenary protection to screen your avenue of approach. Had I used an armed caravan to transport the chip, I might as well have been announcing to the world, this is important, attack this. I didn't want to attract the attention of groups like the Great Khans or the Brotherhood of Steel. Alas, the real threat was closer to home.
Could also use the Crimson Caravan.
Frontal assaults on casinos, not good for business. In any case, Benny would see it coming, and all he'd have to do is hold the chip up and point a pistol at it. Our foremost advantage is that Benny doesn't know that I know he has the chip. Let's not squander it. That's simply not true. I am the only person to hold any rights pertaining to the chip. I designed it, and I paid for it, dearly. To develop that chip, I spent a sum of US dollars, not the bottle caps that pass as currency these days, but a sum beyond counting. For decades, I paid salvagers to comb the ruins for it, and when it was finally discovered, tens of thousands of caps spent to have it brought here. We know how that turned out. Complete your contract, and it will be the last time I pay for the chip. Save your questions for then. What else did you want to know? Benny has led the chairman ever since I recruited his tribe 7 years ago. Until his recent misbehavior, I planned to make him my protege. Maybe if I'd begun grooming him sooner, none of this would have happened. To achieve my aims, I require a capable human agent to perform certain tasks. I knew Benny was ambitious, even ruthless, but I believed he would do the job so long as he was incentivized appropriately. Obviously, I miscalculated his drive for supremacy, but in any case, you've come along, a more than suitable replacement. I have to think that he found out about the platinum chip and mistakenly convinced himself that he could use it to his own ends. One of the problems of a tribal workforce, I'm afraid. No intuitive understanding of how complex technologies can be. Why didn't Victor intervene sooner, you mean? Goodsprings is a bit too far away for me to reliably control a Securitron agent by remote. I can send and receive packets of data at best. Victor's combat algorithms determined the proper course of action. Benny and his thugs were more than a match for a lone Securitron. When he alerted me, I instructed him to approach the site after Benny and the others had departed. What else did you want to know? It won't be easy. Benny is always surrounded by at least 4 bodyguards, except when he's in his private suite on the 13th floor of the Tops. It's more complicated than that. The chairmen share what you might call a tribal affinity. Look for a man named Swank, Benny's second in command. He's always been a reliable, if unimaginative, employee. Do your best to convince him that you're working under my auspices. If you have evidence of Benny's crimes, show it to him. By contract, Securitrons are to enter the casinos only when invited by the 3 families, or if other extraordinary circumstances arise. The moment I send one into the Tops, Benny will know I'm on to him. Sneaking into Benny's suite on the 13th floor would be very difficult, but not impossible. There might be guards. Certainly there'd be a sturdy lock on his front door. If you were to approach Benny in public, you might be able to leverage his fear of exposure to make him agree to meet with you in private. What else did you want to know? It's understandable that you'd be curious about this topic, but we'll hold off until the platinum chip has been recovered. What else did you want to know? Well enough. Be on your way.
Congratulations, partner. The boss has instructed me to come you to the High Roller Suite. You can bring your friends too. Be like a little clubhouse for the gang you put together. Just bear in mind, you're the only one gets to see the boss. Any friends you got, they can wait in the suite. Enjoy the dates, partner. They're plenty fancy. Casino floor.
Hey, you there. I have a message for you. It's from Ambassador Crocker. Very important. Here you go.
Thank you, soldier. I wish to speak with you immediately in regards to important matters. Okay. Ready, let's go. Let's go, buddy.
That's crazy.
I thought nobody's ever been inside that place.
That one must be important around here.
Check that out. She just left the Lucky 38.
Damn, and she looks good to me too.
No thank you. I'm not good. Vote 21. Hey, look, they got votes here inside the strip. If I remember rightly, this is where Doc Mitchell's from. Yeah, Doc Mitchell's from Vote 21. Yeah, Doc Mitch. Or should I say General Tullius? Because the guy who voice acts General Tullius is the same guy who voice acts Jack Mitch. Yeah, same guy. Hello, Secretary. Lisa O'Malley.
Welcome to the NCR Embassy. How can I help you? The embassy offices are to your left, while the barracks and living quarters are to the right. If you're looking for a history lesson, I suggest you talk to Ambassador Crocker.
So, Lizzie O'Malley, you wouldn't be related to Thomas O'Malley from Aristocats, are you?
Ambassador Crocker can be found in his office through the door to my right and at the end of the hall. I don't have time to give my life story to everyone that passes through. Is there something I can actually help you with? Ma'am?
No, Thomas O'Malley is a cat. But anyway, Ambassador, what do you want?
I'm glad you could make it. I have something I wanted to discuss with you. It's a very important matter, and I have a strong feeling you're the perfect person for the job.
That's it?
I'm sure you've noticed that things are a little tense around here with all the issues between the NCR, the Legion, and Mr. House. It doesn't take a genius to see that something big is going to happen soon. To be honest with you, the NCR is in a tight spot. But if we fail now, it's the people here that are going to suffer the most. I'm not willing to let that happen, and I don't think you're the kind of person that would either. To the northeast is a settlement. The locals here call them boomers. They are sitting on a munitions stockpile that would be invaluable to us. I would like you to get in contact with them, and then do whatever it takes to convince them to help us. Unfortunately, the boomers keep to themselves and are, let's say, hostile to all outsiders. That's why I need someone like you. Someone with your background and reputation would have a better chance of reaching them than anyone I have available. In exchange for your help, you would receive complete amnesty for any past crimes against the NCR, as well as additional benefits and perks. Do you think you will be able to do this for me? Much appreciated. Once you've talked to them, come back and let me know if they will help us. Thanks for doing this. Remember, we need their resources to help us in the upcoming battle. Do whatever it takes.
I was hoping you could tell me about him, the boomers, but okay, it's not.
Interested in politics, huh? Well, grab a seat and get comfortable. I've been in politics quite a while now. Always had the drive to do it, even when I was young. It's just something I was drawn to. I started my career over 20 years ago, back in the NCR as the local mayor, and worked my way up from there. I managed President Kimball's first run for a seat on the council. I suppose that's why I have this ambassadorship. I was elected to this post 7 years ago. I'm the third NCR representative to serve here in Vegas. Now, I've had my share of ups and downs along the way, but I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. That's it. Anything else you wish to know? I can provide a quick history lesson, if that's what you're looking for. In 2274, President Kimball sent the NCR Army into the Mojavian Force with the objective of occupying and repairing the dam. Rangers and Army scouts had confirmed that the dam was basically unoccupied and could be restored to an operable condition. Upon arriving at the dam, however, they discovered that a large force of tribals and robots had occupied it. This was our introduction to the three families, the Securitrons and, of course, Mr. House. Using his Securitrons as intermediaries, Mr. House called for parley. He claimed his forces had occupied Hoover Dam in order to safeguard it from our arrival, and that he was ready to turn it over to us, so long as we could agree to terms. Those terms became the Treaty of New Vegas. The treaty recognized Mr. House's sovereignty over the Strip and granted us rights to establish military bases at the dam and McCarran Airport. The NCR is legally permitted to send 95% of the electricity produced by the dam to our home states. The remaining 5% goes to the Strip. The treaty actually makes it illegal for the NCR to prevent its citizens or troops on furlough from visiting the Strip. Once on the Strip, our citizens are subject to arrest or punishment by House's Securitrons, though that's a rare occurrence. Our troops enjoy a different status. It's illegal for the Securitrons to take action against them. Of course, it's also illegal for our troops to carry firearms on the Strip, so there isn't much trouble they can get into. Our military police does an adequate job of keeping the troops on furlough in line. I don't envy them that task. The embassy was established a few weeks after the treaty was signed. Basically, Mr. House handed us a dumpy little building he had no interest in renovating. I'm the third ambassador to hold this post, and the first, I think, to accept its limitations. My predecessors had ambitions of engineering the annexation of the Mojave. They thought they'd convince Mr. House to join up. I've never even spoken to the man, or whatever he is. Maybe the situation will change once we've beaten the Legion once and for all. Now we mostly just keep track of the NCR citizens and troopers around and make sure they don't get in trouble. That's Captain Papa's job. I keep myself busy with paperwork and reports that get sent back to the NCR. It's mostly busy work, but every once in a while we make progress. It's the same old stuff around here. Gambling, debauchery, drunkenness. It's all here. I'm getting a little old for it, however. If you want more information, try talking to some of the other guys around here. I don't get out of the office much anymore. Goodbye.